congrats on the win. Was there any chance your team was going to let that one slip by them?
Yeah, no, I feel like, again, like after the week we've had and, trying to address our demons, which, that's the secret, right? Let's try and score all our points in the first quarter and then just hold on for dear life. So, we struggled to tick that scoreboard over in the third and the fourth, but what we're trying to hang our hat on right now is defensively, and everything else is a learning curve, right? So we try to put in a few things differently on the structure side of offense. It was great. Some teething problems naturally because we only brought it in recently, but again, if we can sort of hold it down defensively, which we've for the most part done a considerable job for the whole season, the offense will slowly but surely come.
Yeah, you mentioned this week consistency was something that you just wanted to hammer home with the squad to be able to put together 4 quarters successfully. Do you think you did that, or do you think they cheated a bit just in that second half, particularly in the third?
Defensively, the 4 quarters was good, but offensively, right, that's still our Achilles heel at the moment. So, we get in there and there's a learning curve, and I got to be a little bit more patient with it. The things that the guys have done a really good job of that we wanted to address, which is everything from shot selection to the rotations that we want to make sure that become second nature for us. They've done an outstanding job. The things we put in place to recovery, sleep, pattern, wellness surveys, all that, they've done an outstanding job on. So, I really want us to be scoring 85, 90 points, but that's not where we're at the moment. So if we make it ugly, ugly is beautiful. So I can roll that.
Just with scoring, I know how great Tajir is on defence. He had a pretty tough night, particularly from 3. Is that something you're still encouraging him to just keep at it and it'll change, or is that something you want to probably change after this game?
Yes and no. Obviously still encourage it, but I feel like he probably sacrificed some real good scoring opportunities and settled for that shot. The good thing is I've had some experience in the past with some non-shooting guards that we can sort of go back into the playbook and look at the old Gleason era. But we want to encourage that shot, but again, I know I'm going to flag a few with him, and he's again extremely coachable, and he's aware of it. I just spoke to him. We know that there's a couple that he turned down and shot. Now, whether that was through frustration, he's going to have to navigate that mental side of it. But from our perspective, is hey, look, what you're really good at. We want to keep going back to that. So we'll find that balance for him together and move forward.
He was nursing his hand a bit there during the game. Was there any concerns around that?
Nah, he's fine. He's a warrior. Like I said, he's tough as nails, and if he's nursing his hand, it's probably broken. But that's how tough he is, right? So we'll go through our steps as well, just part of recovery, and acknowledge it for what it is, and if it needs any further look at, we'll look at it. But he hasn't flagged anything now.
You're starting five out there, considerable minutes during the night, and even Jordan Nartai from the bench didn't play a single minute. I guess, how does that wear and tear sort of stack up, particularly given how the second half performance was? How did that sort of affect the team performance overall, just having that
Yeah, whether we rotate deep into our bench or whether we go 7-man rotation, we're struggling just to generate points in the second half. So I don't know if that's the answer. The plan tonight was obviously to get a little bit more consistency with our rotations and keep that momentum going. But if guys can't play 32 minutes of basketball, then we're doing something wrong from the high performance and fitness side of things. So we did that knowing that even though we got a double header, we actually got an extra day. So tomorrow is going to be a rest and recovery day, and then we'll have a hit out on Saturday, prepare for Melbourne on the Sunday. But I guess I'm also searching for answers just in regards to how we can help score. We've changed it up a little bit on court. We've changed it up with our rotations. We've changed it up with how we, prepare and manage the game. So until we sort of find what the little hurdle is, and we get over that hurdle, we get over that little hump, hopefully the result is we're able to score points. But again, I want to keep focusing on the defence because for the most part, we only scored 9 points in the third quarter, but we held them to 12, and that's a high offensive team that has a lot of scoring talent.
And just last one from me for Keanu, mate. You've been in hot form of recent weeks, but what do you think you added tonight to help get the team over the edge? And how great is it to feel as a player to finally get back in winning form?
Yeah, definitely on the rebounding side, I think that was, my greatest attribute to this game, and I feel like I helped the team a lot with offensive rebounding also. It feels great to finally get a win, because there's been so many problems that we've had to try and fix, and we're finally, on the upward slant of doing that, and it feels good. It feels really good.
Fraser, go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Forde, just throwing ahead to Melbourne on Sunday, how do you prepare for a table-topping team like them, and what does recovery look like in the next couple of days?
Yeah, so obviously this is the first time we're facing Melbourne, and they're rolling. They're a very talented team, and they're very well coached, and they tick a lot of boxes in a lot of categories. So this is, a great test for us to also more so put in the things that we're putting importance on, which is playing every possession, which is competing for every loose ball, which is knocking it down on defense, which is getting the rebounds because we gave up like 16-0 boards. All those things that we're trying to say, hey, this is our identity. This is what we want to hang our hat on. That's going to be our main focus because again, you're talking about a team that loves to defend and loves to rebound and wants to lock it down defensively as well. So it's going to be a real battle of a game. We want to make sure that we run these offensive possessions that make them have to defend just as hard as they're going to make us defend them, if that makes sense. So, we'll work on a little bit where we can get our looks and where we can exploit some scoring opportunities. I don't think it's going to be so much matchup-wise. I think it's going to be more personnel-based for us to say, hey, let's move you here and let's look for this shot there and sort of expand on that. The recovery side of it obviously is, going to be super important as it's always been for us. Even though Scott tonight played, 36 minutes, we're still, technically bringing him back from an injury that had him out for, 2 and a bit months. So we've got to make sure that we monitor that and we touch base with him tomorrow and anything he flags between now and Melbourne that we jump on it straight away. Not just obviously Scott, but everybody.
Cool. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Any final questions? Easy, thanks everyone.
Thank you. That's nice. That was quick.